The first green watch to make the green a new black was when world's most iconic watch, the Rolex Submariner, came in this color. In the times of watches moving between black and blue dials, the green watch surprised the market, and then its desirability changed from no one wants it to now everyone needs it. Seiko Marinemaster have a history that's not too far apart from Rolex Submariner. 2018 celebrated the 50th anniversary of Marinemaster, and Seiko did the limited run of 1968 pieces in green dial. Both type of watches don't quite rival each other due to difference in their price tags. But do they actually come close to each other in terms of their specs, similarities or looks? Or is there a comparison between them at all that makes one a better contender, or let's say a better value for money than the other, despite the difference in the price tags that both of these watches carry? Both watches are diver watches and come with unidirectional bezel. The bezel on both watches is made of ceramic material, so the tolerance of both watches to daily hits is also the same. Both watches come with 300 meters water resistance and then the diver extension in the clasp. Both watches have green dial and then the green bezel. Speaking of differences, Marinemaster is 44mm and Rolex Submariner is 40mm. And although the difference in numbers for size is big, the difference in the looks isn't quite that large. The reason for similar looking different sizes is the size of the dial and the case profile. Rolex Submariner dial is 26mm and the size of Seiko Marinemaster is only 28mm. But if you consider the horizontal surface of the dial, which is separated by angled minute chapter on the Marinemaster, then the dial size comes down to only 25mm. Meaning that although the case size is 4mm larger on Marinemaster, the dial looks the same or has a slightly smaller look. The lug-to-lug height of Rolex Submariner is 49mm and Marinemaster lug-to-lug is only 1mm taller, measuring 50mm in size. And that's where the smaller wearability of Marinemaster comes from. So although the paper specs will delude you into thinking that Marinemaster wears 4mm larger than Submariner, the wrist wear will tell you a completely different story. Another aspect that helps with the smaller look of Marinemaster is the chamfering on the case sides, which reduces the overall case profile to make the watch look smaller than its actual size. Both watches come with green dial, and while both dials are also sunburst, the experience isn't quite the same. Seiko comes in beautiful deep and dark green color, which relates to the forests of Yakushima Island in Japan. The dial and bezel both come with the same shade of dark green color, which mostly looks green but also appears as black when not hit by direct light. Rolex Submariner comes in dark green shade on the dial and the light green on the bezel, hence giving a two-tone look due to different shades of green. Both dials are sunburst, so you will see the radial lines emerging from the center of both dials and emitting radial reflections towards the bezel. One very interesting difference is that while Submariner dial radiates straight lines towards the bezel, the Marinemaster sends off circular sunburst lines. I tried researching this and couldn't find much information to make the claim for the reason of this effect. But my understanding is that the curved radial lines on Marinemaster are due to convex profile of the crystal, both internally and externally, which resultantly makes the lines on the dial look circular and not exactly straight. Both watches come with circular hour markers and date window at 3 o'clock. Rolex has a Cyclops lens over the date, while Marinemaster does also come with date window but without Cyclops lens. The date font, however, on Marinemaster is big enough that you won't need lens over it regardless. Rolex watches themselves don't come with the best in the business machining, but in this comparison, Submariner does have a better finish inside the dial elements. And this includes the hands and the hour markers. Marinemaster finishing in the dial is ordinary and not really very high. You can't see the imperfections easily with naked eye, but the difference is there. You can easily spot scratches and imperfections under macro lens, as you can see in these clips. Seiko case is thicker considerably and measures 15.4mm, and while it is 3mm thicker than Submariner, the difference does show on the wrist. The angular shape of the case and chamfered sides do help in making the watch look thinner, but it still isn't a thin watch, and it's also not meant to be so. Rolex Submariner case is only 12.5mm, and it actually looks very thin for a sports and a diver watch. Of all the diver watches I have reviewed, Submariner is not only one of the thinnest, but also looks very proportionate. That is, it's neither too thin to look too dressy, not too thick to be top heavy. Both watches come with 20mm bracelet at lugs that taper down towards the clasp, which is then also equipped with quick bracelet length adjustment mechanism. Rolex Glide Lock system is one of the finest among the watches I have reviewed and seen to date. And it not only offers easy, very firm and solid operation, but also doesn't compromise on the watch bracelet looks. Whereas Marinemaster doesn't come with quite the same extension link system, and in my opinion, the one it comes with is also very inferior in design. I explained the deficiency in Black Marinemaster video as per the link above, and that the design of clasp will get you end up extending the bracelet pretty much every time you will open the flip-lock clasp. And I personally consider it as not only a poor design from Seiko, but also flawed, and it is very inconvenient. Rolex comes with caliber 3135, consisting of 31 jewels and beating at 28,800 vibrations per hour to offer 48 hours of power reserve and ±2 seconds a day of accuracy. Rolex Submariner is COSC certified, and it is one of the most accurate mechanical watches that can be had. Seiko Marinemaster SLA019 sports handmade 8L35 movement consisting of 26 jewels and beating at 28,800 beats per hour. The movement offers a power reserve of 50 hours, but in terms of accuracy, Seiko Marinemaster is far from impressive. As per the paper specifications, the watch will run between +10 to -15 seconds a day. And this is the weakest accuracy I've seen in mechanical watches at the price point as Marinemaster. And I do personally think that Seiko need to improve on this, especially in the watches in this price point. Rolex cases come with decent level of brushing, and the polishing is also on par with brand's repute. But it isn't as well defined and high quality as Zaratsu polishing on Seiko Marinemaster. So in terms of looks of the case, due to mirror-like polished surfaces, Seiko Marinemaster looks more refined, and Rolex Submariner doesn't quite stand a chance against it. On the wrist, both watches wear fine and more or less the same, thanks to relatively shorter lugs on Marinemaster and larger on Submariner. And then the angular case design, neither the Marinemaster nor the Submariner wears true to their sizes. Marinemaster wears smaller like a 42mm watch, and Submariner wears larger like again a 42mm case watch. So in terms of wear, they both wear more or less the same. But due to thicker and heavier case, Marinemaster has more wrist presence and looks bulky. The thinner and lighter case of Submariner does it better for me personally, but it will boil down to your personal preference as to which one floats your boat. Submariner comes with its model name on the dial, and Seiko removed the name Marinemaster from the watch, which I personally think is a step backward from Seiko to strip the watch of its identity. Although we call it Marinemaster, but Seiko don't call it with this name anymore. Rather, they just call it now as Prospect Series. So I simply don't understand why Seiko would name it the same as their entry-level models. At 1/3 the retail price of Hulk, Seiko Marinemaster, despite all the deficiencies, does seem like a steal. And if you consider market price, it is actually less than 1/5 the price of Hulk. So whether a little compromise of accuracy, a little thicker case, and a somewhat lesser impressive glide lock clasp outweigh the price difference? I personally think no, and that what you still get with Marinemaster is still more than what you save by not opting to go with Hulk. Marinemaster does come with some strengths over Hulk, including better case polishing, better lume in the dark, which is not only brighter but also much more long lasting, far cheaper price, and then comparatively smaller wearability than its size. It's practically a very good choice if your options are only market prices and not retail prices. And if you want to enjoy the similar green sunburst style in maxi case of diver watch to get the experience and still have over 12 grand in the pocket to spend elsewhere. If money is no object, I will pick Hulk any day of the week. But sadly in real life, money is the biggest object and hence the priorities change.